It is first important to understand China and the Chinese culture because China has the largest population in the world, making them the largest market on the global business scale. It is important to take in the following traits surrounding the world's largest culture. To further our understanding of Chinese culture, Kyle visited the 2020 first place recipient of Best Chinese Dining in Omaha, Nebraska.
When I walked into Three Happiness Express, I was pretty shocked to see the lack of Chinese artwork that you might find at a place like P.F. Chang's or most American Chinese restaurants. And seeing the rather plain decor made me ask myself, how is this one of the most authentic Chinese restaurants in the Omaha area? And since they were only open for takeout, it wasn't until I got home that I realized it. The food had a more unique taste than you might find at an average Chinese American restaurant. It was a little spicier, definitely less salty, and I was wondering why the texture and taste were different than that of the chicken I get at a place like Panda Express. And after looking it up, I found out that Chinese dishes often utilize dark meat, connective tissue, organs, and small bones for nutritional value, which I thought was a little gross, but that was after I ate the meal. Mia Mixon, a student at a Chinese university who has spent a lot of time in Omaha, says that although it's not truly authentic Chinese, Three Happiness does a better job than most American Chinese restaurants at giving you an authentic Chinese food experience. Also, Annie Lee, who we interviewed, contrasts true Chinese food to the Chinese food we experience in America.
My name is Annie Lee, and I was born in Shanghai, China. I've lived in China for 11 years before I studied abroad, but I always go back in the summer and Christmas. Chinese people like to eat white rice a lot. We don't I guess it's very rare or uncommon for you to see people that like to eat brown rice, because restaurants everywhere, they're just, at least in Shanghai, most of the people I know, everyone I know eats white rice. I haven't seen anyone whose family eats brown rice, so I guess just from that, I feel like I don't know if it's that authentic. If you're coming from Texas, then yes, the food proportion here might be a lot smaller than the food proportion in the US. My culture shock is that people in Texas really likes to fill up their drinks with ice all the way to the top of the cup.
Although Annie was proud to share her culture with us in a lighthearted manner, she was not comfortable discussing ethical and political issues. Our group focused on the current events happening with the persecution of Uyghur Muslims in China. Although it is a sensitive issue, we interviewed Mary V., a current international student at the University of Pittsburgh who is studying China in greater depth. These are her comments on the issue.
I've heard about the persecution of the Uyghurs in China. What I find very disturbing is that the Chinese government tried to deny their doings by saying that the camps are for re-education, but the Uyghurs reported that they were beaten and abused and were never educated in the camps. So from my understanding, China sterilizes Uyghurs women to suppress the population and separate the children from their families. This is a very important ethical issue that needs to be addressed globally.
With headlines breaking worldwide about China's ethical dilemmas, the world and its companies must ask themselves whether the pros outweigh the cons. Will business in China help make the world better, or will it only further perpetuate the unethical practices? This is the million-dollar question when it comes to China. Politicians, economists, and corporate leaders all over the globe hope to find an ethical and financially viable answer to this question one day.